Alrighty, now that that's all done and out of the way. Hey everybody, Seven here, and thank you so much for joining me in Planet Crafter. Filter done. Backpack is maxed out, oxygen tank maxed out. Speaking of oxygen, we are maxing our oxygen and our biomass as much as we can right now. We should probably hit it a little bit harder though. These flower spreaders right now, they're only ones? Yeah, they're only ones. Our goal today is actually more storyline, but if we can have the house running as best we can while we're out reading and gawking at all of the amazing story that Maiju has put together here, then that would also be nice. Oh, nice. Just as I was about to start hitting these things down. Alright, let's just make sure that we've got the best of the best. Yeah. Alrighty, everybody's all full up. We got the Goldens in all of the tier 2s. We got a couple of Goldens and some tier 1s as well. That's fine. We've also got that one fancy one that we found, and a couple of Tuskas as well. Now, I'm not super concerned about the oxygen or the plant matter at this point. That should have been the last of the oxygen unlocks, right? No, it was the last of the heat unlocks. Alright, so we do have a couple of oxygen unlocks still to go. That's fine. We've got rocket technology that can pretty much just almost snap our fingers and get that done. And we're not going to do that right now. We're dangerously low on super, and I want to get out of this house right quick. And now that we've got the map information rocket up, we can actually see where we can start building stuff. So yeah, Osmium is a lot closer than, well, where I thought it was going to be. Because we are still going a bit of a jaunt to get to it when we had a closer option. That's fine. I knew there was one over there somewhere, but that's not super important. That is super important. Because that means that if I'm diligent enough and follow this, I should be able to actually find the thing. Okay, we're actually very close to it. So the paradise area is over here. The blow-up area... Ooh. The blow-up area is over here. We do have access to the fusion generator. Might want to slap one of those down in this episode, but like I said, we're out of the super alloy. We did pick up enough of the pink, though. It's what, 5, I think? We got 6. Killer. For right now, let's start kicking the story a little bit better. Alright, now, here's the thing. When you know what you're doing and know where you're going, the next 2 storyline locations are actually pretty quick. The next 2 storyline locations are also ones that I already know. So I'm thinking maybe we're going to get 2 of them done. And I know that when we first started this, it was a bit more of a hand-holdy tutorial kind of a series. You know, just explaining, like, how hard modes aren't that bad, some tips and tricks on how you can get through the hard modes and be successful with them, even some of the save deletion ones. But once we cross the threshold of the 3rd storyline section, I'm actually blind. I have actually not been past the 3rd storyline. So while I've played this game pretty extensively, since it actually went gold, I kind of missed about 6 months of progress throughout this game. So I am dying to see what that is. So the second location is actually right here in the Super Alloy Cave. Just toss that in there. Oh, yeah, we do have grubs. So I was told that I thought that it was going to be an issue or a case of, you know, once you start the insect stage that you were going to start seeing larvae. I guess I either probably wasn't patient enough to wait for them to spawn in, but I was hoping to get some of the fancy pink ones that were down in the mushroom valley there. Is this new? I don't think this is new. Alright, snag. Now, one minor concern that I have is There's Was this always a dead drop, or was that water? I'm trying to remember. But one minor concern that I have is the place that I've always known as the third storyline location is kind of near where that explosive location is. So I'm minorly concerned that I might not know where the third spot is. We'll see. Now I also don't want to miss any gold chests in here. Don't worry, we brought oxygen. And we have the filter. Because I know there's... Is there one or two in here? Ooh, that's a lot of good stuff. Not super in love with... we'll hold it for now, but low threshold to toss him. Oh my god, you just jumped off of the ledge. Alright, so important safety tip that I completely forgot, and that I was actually even talking about in the last episode was, yeah, jetpacks don't work in here. And again, I've already read these ones, so I'm going to leave this up for the people who are interested in the story, which everyone should be interested in the story. I've never seen a survival game, well, except for maybe Medieval Dynasty. Real toss-up between which one has a better story. But I've never seen the survival games with this much of an engaging story. The other reason that I'm leaving them up just for a second is, yeah, we still can't breathe, and I do... Oh, now we get that. We'll have to toss down a ton of those. Man, do I need to start doing off-camera work? I hate doing off-camera work in this one. But yeah, so I was saying in the previous episode, like, yeah, you can't use jetpacks, and I do prefer to wait for the storyline stuff until after we can breathe. But impatience got the best of me. I'm also not entirely certain when breathable atmosphere happens, because it's not a TI stage. You know, like you go from clouds to lakes to, you know, insects. There isn't a plateau that gives you breathable atmosphere. Yeah, this thing. Oh, and this answers just so many questions. I love it. They set up the world. They set up the world to deliberately have a million questions and then gave you answers to those questions. So cool. I think I may have raced past a key though. Because there should be 3, right? Yeah, you need 3. You need 3 to get into the next zone. Oh, yeah, it's over here, idiot. You know what you're doing. For once. Right, 1565. We might need to write this one down. I can't tell if those numbers are the same numbers that I remember. Or if they're the same numbers that I expect them to be. I feel like I'm missing a gold chest, though. Because there's 3 keys. I thought there was at least 2 chests. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, it has been a bit since I've been in here. Because the thing about the storyline locations is, yeah, they've got some really cool stuff in there, not to mention the amazing lore. But once you've been in them once, there really isn't much of a reason to go back to them. Not like with many of the other areas where you can get really cool larvae, or you can get, you know, resources or something. You're going to need to check your extractors, something like that. These, you can't fly in them. You can't build in them. There's nothing you can do here. So once you've visited it and you've read everything, read all the lore, gotten all the keys, there isn't really much of a reason for you to come back. You know what? While we're here, we should probably do this too. At the very least, taking all the super. Trying to remember if there's anything else that we're low on. Nah, you know what? I'll take the iron just because iron always seems like such a pain. All right, so let's race home in the dark, apparently. We'll toss everything off. Probably get a little bit more cobalt just because even with how close to breathable we are and having the air filter, that went down quick. Like, that second storyline location is not a long one. And we just sucked down 2 oxygen canisters with the biggest oxygen tank that we can make. This is another reason why it really is just so beneficial to wait until you have breathable atmosphere until you start off on the storyline stuff. There's just a lot of cool stuff you're just going to want to read. And if you can't breathe, you can't spend the time to dawdle and read. Let's toss everything away here and we'll be out. Man, sucks that we're still finding oxygen fuses. It's really the one that we care about the least. I say that as I'm about to yank out a lower tier flower for a higher one, but we've only got 2 more unlocks to get. So we're not exactly hurting on it. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. All right, now if we can get a tier 2 plant, or maybe a couple of them, because we've got, where are the fuses here? Okay, so we got 1 plant here. That's an oxygen. Ah, nuts. Wait, do we really have 2 oxygen and only 1 plant? Nuts. I was really hoping that was going to be... All right, but a tier 2, I think, can be responsible for more machines, right? It doesn't say the number. Oh, hello. Was not expecting obsidian to be on the order. All right. But it also... those tier 2, or no, those level 1 tree spreaders got to go in the water. So... it's a later issue. We're doing storyline stuff now. And we've got plenty of... Yeah, there we go. Right there. Shoreline. Yeah, right around here would be perfect. We'll toss out 5 of them, and then we'll see what the tier 2 optimizer can do. We'll yank out that fuse. We'll throw... I won't tear the thing down. We'll just throw the oxygen in there. But we'll throw up as many of the tree spreaders as can be active by the accelerator, and then we'll throw that plant spreader fuse into the thing. Although the other thing that tree spreader means is we're going to go through eggplant like just insane. So those tier 2 food growers that we just unlocked are going to be all the more pressing. Now the other thing is, yeah, we also unlocked last episode the auto crafter. Really cool. Might set one up at the aluminum field just to, craft whatever super alloy it can out of it. We don't have drones, so that's also not a pressing issue for me right this second. We might want to bring a box. Ah, crap, we're also out of cobalt, which means I don't have any oxygen tanks. Man, this, like, for having absolutely no grass spreaders out here, the ice field became the most lush place I've ever seen this game generate. I really think that the ice field might be my new favorite location. This is gorgeous. I mean, everywhere in this game is gorgeous. Even that hellish nightmare meteor crater, when you first start there, that place is horrific and terrifying. I mean, beautiful in its terrifying sense. But even with as terrifying as it starts out, it becomes just such an amazing, beautiful volcanic lake, essentially. Yeah, I know I'm seeing the larva on the ground, and yeah, I'm not picking it up, and yeah, I'm going to be annoyed with myself later for not having picked it up. But, story. Also, I'm trying to keep these episodes shorter, which I've been doing a terrible job of. By the way, let me know how the intro worked out. I'm always trying to step up my game on editing and presentation stuff, so if that was cool, or if it was dumb, let me know. Alright, now I'm just gonna wing it. Boy, if I had a nickel for every time I said that. So yeah, I'm just gonna wing it, and I'm gonna go to roundabouts where I remember it being. Yeah, because not all of these waterfalls were here. Oh, there's a blue chest over there. I definitely haven't gotten that one. Also, I'm not sure why I'm getting such high frame drops on this. The thing is, I've been playing this game for so long and I've never seen frame drops that bad before. But at the same time, the game has never been this advanced before. So, it's probably starting to show the level. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Yeah. But yeah, it's probably starting to show its level of progression at this point. Like, there is a lot going on in this. It's just the thing is, it's got just so much to calculate. You know, there's all the rockets you've launched and all of the pressure, the heat, the oxygen, the this, the that. Oh yeah, there's gonna be, this whole place is gonna be riddled with blue chests that I have not picked up yet. And there is no way we're gonna be able to bring all this stuff home. God, don't forget you can't breathe yet. And actually, yeah, here's the problem, because I remember the way to go being here-ish, give or take. Now, I would bet money that they're not going to put a warden location behind something that you got to wait until you can use explosives. Right? So, unfortunately, that means either I'm remembering wrong and it wasn't quite there, or they moved the third location. All right, now this looks like yeah, I was going to say, it looks like a cheaper, quicker way of getting into some of those advanced quartz locations. That's not what we're looking for, though. I mean, yeah, we are definitely at a spot where Pulsar is now a usable item, because we have the super generators, which, yeah, we're definitely going to need those, because machines are going to get hungry in a hurry. I mean, just make the accelerators that we just made. Even those, we needed to put down one more nuclear generator. Well, I've wandered around in a circle enough to find myself back home. We might need to run back out to the Super Alloy Cave and actually write down where we're supposed to be. But the first thing we're going to do is check whatever this unlock is. Oh, that, we want that right now. What all goes into that? That's got to be a pretty advanced one, right? Oh, man. Come on. Really? I don't suppose I picked any of that up out of a chest at any point, did I? Of course not. All right, well, if we go all the way out to the Mushroom Valley there is a little shortcut to the volcano. And as far as I know, I think that's the only place that is naturally occurring. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that today. We are here for story and lore today. We could do housekeeping another episode. And yeah, I know that because I'm recording this, I could have easily just looked back in the recording and been like, oh yeah, it's over here. I'm not doing that. That feels like cheating. Can we do it without burning an oxygen canister? If I'm not dawdling and sightseeing. God, this place is amazing. All of the warden locations are just amazing. All right, now here's a question. I know for a while they had the order a bit wrong. So in standard... Okay, that's not something I expected. But in standard math, it goes X, Y, and Z. The coordinates in this game do not follow that. In fact, if I remember correctly, it should be X, Z, Y? But anyway, I wrote it down. And we're likely going to have to suck down an oxygen canister before we get out. Yeah, even with the TI stage and with the filter, just because of the high level that we're playing at, oxygen just goes. It goes so fast. Which, you know, is true to reality, because I think it was the first episode we commented on the rule of threes. You know, 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, I think it is. That's not the maximum human tolerances. You know, there's I'm sure Michael Phelps can hold his breath for like 5 minutes. But those are like the guideline requirements. Like basically what an average human being can go through. So it's reflective in just how crazy fast your oxygen depletes, and then how secondarily fast your water depletes, and then how tertiary fast your food depletes. And then also subsequently because of how fast all these move, that's why finding, cobalt on the ground and, you can somehow magically make oxygen out of cobalt and just melt ice. So they also made it way easier to replenish those if you're, actually paying attention. And then how critically important it is to be able to grow your own food very early on in the game. All right, now, if I wrote that down correctly, that's a pretty big if, then it should actually be quite a bit further east than what I thought it would be. Because it used to be way, way, way west. All right, we got the climbable stuff, which does give access to a few more blue chests and a few more flowers. But, once you get access to the goldens, yeah, like you see that this little river valley has a couple of flowers. I'll take the rods. All right, fine. We'll go up and we'll check the blue chest. I wasn't going to check the blue chest, but we'll check them. But yeah, these flowers, they're cool. They're not golden cool, but they're cool. One of these was supposed to have a chest on top of it. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing zeolite and a frog pond. All right, 1565 we're approaching. But wait. As far as the north-south goes, we gotta go insane south. Where the hell is this thing? Good thing I left all these boxes around so we can catch our breath here and there. And good thing I packed a lunch. Yeah, we can't make the fabric yet, so might as well snag it when we can. All right, but 2,500. That is insanely south. Wait a minute. No, you idiot. It is still the... Okay. It's YZX. Oh, for those of you who don't understand, because... Right. I'm trying to present these videos both to a brand newcomer, a person who's played the game a handful of times and is looking to dabble into the higher difficulties, but also to, the veteran players who know what they're doing. So newer players, when I say, XYZ, think of, back in 9th grade when you're looking at a graph table. So on the graph paper, the x-axis is the left-right, where if you were to convey that to a map, you would presume east-west. That's just how maps generally are drawn. And then the y-axis being up and down, or north and south. And then the z-axis being third dimension, essentially. Man, listen. We're not doing that today. All right, so we're facing almost dead west. And that's making the third number go up and down. So that's X. Right, and then north-south, we're not even moving. Okay. So we need 2,500 west, which is going to be right over here where I thought it was going to be. Well, in the direction I thought it was going to be. Now, the 109 part, that's the Z. So we're going to need some elevation. Tell me they didn't move it. Tell me they didn't move it at all, and I'm just an idiot, and I'm not... I'm not paying attention to my surroundings. Certainly wouldn't be the first time. All right, but 2,500, we're gonna start running out of real estate here. All right, we're looking for 1565 by 2,500. Now, originally, the lock was actually a pretty good distance away from the door. You absolute effing moron. Nope, it didn't move. It didn't move an inch. Nope, it did not move even the slightest. So yeah, if you're wondering how I speak so confidently about things and yet still get everything so unbelievably wrong, I don't know. I don't know if it's a gift or a curse. All right, we are unfortunately going to have to move quickly. There's chests in here that we want, but more importantly, we need keys and lots of them. If memory serves, 5? If memory serves, like you actually had the gall to say that. Like that came out of your mouth. If memory serves, you said that. I mean, come on, bud. Your memory has been a wet paper bag for about 45 minutes right now. And now you're seeing the dangers and also I would argue probably the reason why the jetpack was disabled for the warden locations. Because yeah, you could just, jump right off the edge here and harmlessly float down. But then you'd miss out on all of the world building the wardens did. And that mind you did. Also, we only got 3 tanks. If we don't want to burn the tanks, we could run back out, although we're already beyond the threshold of having to burn at least 1 tank. And then just the one-liner ones are just so good. I also was talking about I think it was just the immediately previous episode, maybe it was 2 ago, about a location. It was a warden location that wasn't a storyline one. I got a couple of cryptic comments, which it was so awesome for not having a spoiler, while at the same time telling me I was wrong. So there was a spot in the volcano, or not the volcano, in the crater that it used to be. And I'm apprehensive about thinking if it even is still the case. But it used to be a warden location that was not a storyline location. Ah, crap, you missed one. But there should be one more right at the top of, at the top of the, no, this one you just got, idiot. Yeah. All right, so it still means we're missing one that I can't remember. All right, let's hopefully try to get back to that box before we have to burn a tank. I don't think it's gonna happen. And while I'm sprinting back to that little hovel of oxygen, I'll try to rack my brain for where is that last one? Come on, man, don't make me burn it. Don't make me burn it, please. Nah, we're all right. Not so stellar in the food and water situation. Well, food are fine. Water, Yeah, that's the other thing. We have the helmet oxygen mod, which is slowing the oxygen descent, but we don't have the helmet water mod. And man, right after breathable atmosphere, that's probably the second biggest threshold. Being able to just drink out of a stream and being able to just breathe. Because then the only thing you really have to worry about at that point is, do you have any food on you? And I'm trying to remember. I know you can climb around on this thing, but I honestly don't remember if it actually got you anywhere. Because it's got this little ramp section here, and it goes to a collapsed little walkway structure thing. I don't think it actually takes you anywhere, though. Yeah, now we're down to one. Come on, think. Where's the last one? You're embarrassing yourself here. Nice job, idiot. Spectacular. And I know that there's the regulars that definitely do know the game, and they're probably just laughing and yelling at the screen like, oh, hey, idiot. Listen, it's been more than 6 months since I've been in here, because like I said, once you get all of the locations done, you don't really go back to them ever. Also, while I was talking about it, I think I was confusing two places together. Yeah, I was thinking wow, there is a treasure trove here. But I was thinking the volcano one was where you ended up getting the golden butterflies for free. No, it was here. It was always here. Oh wait. Oh man. The story of this is just, it is beautifully well written. Now I know that the communication screen, it now allows you to reread things that you've read at the terminals and the Rex. I wonder if it allows you to reread Warden messages. I don't know, we might want to race home and find out. Also, I have no... Wait. They never give me another location. Wait. We don't have... You need to give me another location or I don't know where to go. The ending of each spot... Hello? You're supposed to daisy chain. The reason that this one ended with no coordinates is because there weren't coordinates to go to. Like, they didn't have a... Well, buckle up, guys, because now's the time when I'm flying blind. Well, that spot that I was talking about, how I'm thinking I'm confused about, and somebody gave a really nice non-spoilery thing. They said, oh, if you're thinking about the spot that I'm thinking about, then you can't get there yet. So there's a Warden location out in the meteor crater, and up until now, I mean, yeah, things always change in this game, but it wasn't a storyline location. Like, it didn't... Oh, shoot. That's gonna be good enough. Also, is that the uranium? Hang on, I got a box over here somewhere. I do want to stick my head in there and see if that's freaking uranium that I was looking for. I tore the place up looking for that thing. All right, there's the box. Because if I remember correctly, the uranium itself wasn't submerged, but the entrance was. So we should have to swim to get into it, but then once you're through the swimming portion... No. Man, I might just have to actually wait. Like, I might have to wait until I can get that map. Because this one looks familiar. Oh, yeah, we literally just swam through it and came out the other side. That's another thing that the regulars are probably looking at. It's like, You idiot, you know where the uranium cave is. You've been there a million times. No, they didn't move it. But anyway, I keep trying to make a point about the meteor crater. It was a Warden location, but it wasn't storyline driven because the story wasn't finished yet. And I'm kind of getting the impression that that was the location that was being told was, oh, you can't get in there yet because of changes, essentially. So if that crater location is now somehow altered, there may be something blocking our path that wasn't there before. And I'm also thinking I'm just going to have to go back into the Paradise Warden location over there and just go in with a ton of oxygen containers. There's got to be coordinates. Like, just got to be. Well, let's get put away at least. Because holy crap, did we get some winnings today. That was not the intention of today. We weren't really looking to go out looting. We just happened to loot really good stuff. Although anytime you're in a Warden location, you're gonna get incredible finds. Oh, and just like that, we need just so much more storage. Now, we also got 2 more golden flowers that we're gonna want to deal with. We also have a crazy amount of Lerma and an okay supply of tree bark right yet, too. Wait, is that seriously a grass spreader? Man, get out of here. You're literally just taking up power at this point. You're not contributing a whole lot. That grass would be infinitely more useful being ejected into space. Well, as for what to do right now, aside from, well, making bees, yeah, we got access to the beehive, we got access to the incubator, we got access to the DNA manipulator. Oh boy, we're gonna have a lot of things to build. But that's all nuts and bolts type stuff. As far as where to go, I mean, every location has always given you the next location. So either off camera or between episodes, I'm gonna have to run out there, get back into the Paradise Warden location, and find a tablet somewhere that I missed. There has to be coordinates out there, right? Anyway, thank you so much for the no spoilers thing, because like I said, even with the incredible amount of hours that I've got in this game already, everything past this point is a total mystery to me. The series started off as handholdy and tutorialized because, you know, I've played this on really, really high level difficulties, and I wanted to encourage people to do the same and to not be afraid of, you know, really pushing themselves to get the most out of this game and to get a lot of replay value. But with that being said, we are into uncharted territory now. We're going to have to chart that territory in another episode. So thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Planet Crafter, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is Seven. Good night, guys.